That night, I just needed to get away, to be out under the stars, somewhere wild and dark, searching for inspiration. The day before, a legend of South Carolina outdoors culture, Rudy Mancke, had passed away. His enthusiasm and knowledge on nature scene inspired so many like me to love the outdoors. Yet despite a lifetime of such efforts in outdoor education, both near and afar, greater challenges of preservation are faced. We are losing our outdoor spaces, our heritage, at an alarming rate. A new culture of development and tourism coming for every last sacred space. This night, I just needed to escape. I'm often so bothered, disappointed by much of this path that humanity is going down. Complexity and nuance cast aside for a 2-minute attention span. Most narratives of our new society are purely profit-driven. I needed to escape. To a place of darkness, no sign of the human race, where I can work through these problems and the problems with myself. Photography for many is therapy, and it's what drives us to explore. It's a conduit of beauty and adventure, where an artistic eye captures the world. Going out to a remote tree in the middle of the night is indeed sketchy, but it's the adrenaline of exploring places that could take me. That's what inspires me to truly live. I want to share these places with you, but more importantly, through the sharing of my soul. I simply seek to take you there and plead my case that these places are important. I pulled down to this remote landing about an hour after sunset. It was a warm night for November. I packed my camera gear into my kayak and made sure Atreyu can have enough room. And pushing off into the dark water, I turned my headlamp off. It takes a moment for my eyes to adjust, and then I am wowed by the brilliant display of stars, the Milky Way lightly visible to the naked eye. This far out on Black River, the lights of Andrews are miles away. A screen of trees creates a deep and dark landscape. I paddle my way resolutely for a little over a mile, my headlamp on dimly to avoid the looming branches and fallen trees that appear suddenly out of the black mist ahead. The water levels are very low. As my kayak scrapes the sandy bottom, I paddle and push onwards. A sudden splash as something large is surprised and scoots out of my path. My heart races, my eyes wide in wonder, ever looking towards the skies. We arrive at the big sandbar. Atreyu jumps out but is leashed to the kayak in great disappointment. This is neither the time nor place for him to be romping about. I set up a few shots and then we head onwards to the destination of great trees. I paddle quietly around the bend and notice eyes in the spotlight. We inch closer. Atreyu now trembling in excitement, but as silent as I am. We make our way along the riverbed, approaching the first of a few great trees. The stars wink at us in the shadows of cypress and tupelo. I find myself turning off the headlamp, to be consumed by the muffling night. Owls call in the distance. Crickets sing their songs nearby. All the while I'm surrounded by thousands of glittering eyes.
We've got a critter up here. A harmless little possum.
I approach this tree. hollowed out tupelo, and with a candle pulled from my pocket, I witness it and create my art. That night in the dark, I sat in wonder at the base of this tree. I soaked in the sounds of nature while I prayed, equally afraid, yet at ease.
Oh, inside the tree.
A Treyu leashed to a nearby tree starts to yip. A few barks and growls reply across the mostly dry, narrow stretch of Black River. I wanted more time to work my magic, but the coyotes had arrived. Collecting my tripod, candle, and the excited beagle, we started back down the bank towards the kayak. A 10-minute walk through the dark, and back to check on a time-lapse camera. It wasn't long before I could hear the coyotes yipping around the great tree, smelling a Treyu and me. We pushed off the sandbar and back into the slowly flowing river. I'd wanted more, yet had also enjoyed my fill. The tingle of alarm, wandering the swamps and river late at night unarmed. Risking myself in an effort to share the extremes. Images and sounds that many never get to experience. It's what I need. I come to this place in the dark of night, to be wowed, yet to be afraid, to understand what darkness I can face.